Gentlemen, very good morning to all, and welcome to this web workshop on the organized schedule to sensitize the challenges, safeguards, opportunities while adapting the new normal academic activities, which is organized by IQSE. Just wait for a while. Very soon we are going to start the program. Thank you.
Sumallo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you make all the HODs co-host?
Just a minute, sir. I'm transferring the host. I do not know to you, sir. Just a minute.
Somalla, all set?
Yes, sir.
Go live is still not appearing in YouTube.
Yes,
Check.
it is appearing, sir. You just
Yeah,
check
it's
the
coming.
link I have
It is there.
provided to you.
We are live.
Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Mathi, please check the WhatsApp.
8. Okay. Just hold on.
Sir, you are host now, so you can.
Okay, I'm transferring all the
Live
co-hosts.
is so we are good to go. Are you ready, Somalla? Babu, are you ready?
Sir, just wait for 2 minutes. Let's see the student engagement because this is for them primarily.
Okay. So right now in YouTube, 126 engagement.
Just wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah, we should wait for a few minutes.
Okay, fine.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
morning,
Sir.
sir.
Good morning.
This is very fine morning, and we are having this.
Right, sir.
Nice.
I request all the students, please do not join through Zoom. Please go to JIS University YouTube, Anubhuti Shaw, BSc Agriculture. Please join through YouTube link. All the students.
165 now.
Yeah, HODs, please check whether you are co-host or not. Otherwise, please raise your hand.
$199.
Who is Jisoo? Goro Babu? Who is Jisoo?
Dr. Maiti, most probably.
No.
Sir, just do one thing. Just remove
Keep him
Okay.
in the
Sanjeev
waiting room.
Jana.
Somalla, keep him in the waiting room.
No, Sanjeev Jana, sir. I think.
Okay,
Jisu.
fine.
Sir, if you could please rename your name so that it would be easier for us to identify.
Yeah, requesting all to please join by name.
Somallo.
Goro Babu, can we start?
So let's go live.
Okay. Thank you. So, a very good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen and my dear students. Uh, Today, JIS University is restoring the regular offline academic activities from November 16, 2021. So, in this connection, a web workshop today has been organized to sensitize all about the challenges, safeguards, and opportunities while adapting the new normal in the academic activities, which is organized by IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, JIS University, today. The objective of the workshop is to sensitize the theme and discuss all necessary issues, start for the new academic session on a positive note. As you know that in 2020, we have gone for online mode for all the educations. Apart from the JIS University, the different departments, we have also sensitized our students in such a fashion that they can adapt the digital platform very nicely. And I'm really very happy to share this information that all of our students of JIS University, they have successfully adopted the digital platform in this new normal form. Now, after coming back from the digital platform to again the physical mode, it is really a challenging, but there are many opportunities which are coming near future and which is also waiting for us to explore the different opportunities and to take the safeguards. Today, we have organized this web workshop for all our dear students, as well as faculty members, as well as the staff members, and all the higher officials, those who are present today. And we are having today a galaxy of speakers. Those means these all speakers, they are all very well known in their academic field, as well as they are always there with our students each and every time. So let me welcome first our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Indranil Sengupta, to say a few words to the students so that the students will take the encouragement from the higher officials, our Vice Chancellor, Sir, as well as our faculty members will take that opportunity too. Sir, it's over to you.
So thank you very much, Professor Maiti, for the nice introduction. Well, at the outset, let me just tell you that this workshop we are conducting today, this is targeted not only to the students, but equally for our staff and faculty members. Because you see, it is essential and necessary to educate ourselves first, so that whenever the students come to us, we can also tell them. Okay. So I'm sure that not all the students are joining in this webinar today, but at least most of our faculty members and colleagues are here. So the objective of this workshop is to share some of the action plans and some of the issues that we are facing and some steps that we have taken in this regard. But before we start, let me share a very sad news with you. Yesterday we lost, I should say, our friend, philosopher and guide, Mr. Tejinder Singh Madan, who was associated with us and used to guide us in various ways over the years. But even last Wednesday, he delivered a lecture for the first year students. I was also there, I was listening to his lecture. So it is really sad that he had to suddenly pass away like this. So on Monday, we are organizing a formal condolence meeting. So means we'll inform you about this soon. Okay, now regarding the theme of today's workshop, you see, as per the notification of the state government, all of us know about it, that we have been instructed to start our academic activities in physical mode, so-called offline mode, from 16th of November. But there is also rider. In the government notification, they have clearly mentioned we should plan following all safety protocols which are necessary for protection of the students, protection of ourselves against spreading of COVID and other similar kind of diseases. So following the guidelines, we have also chalked out some of the action plans which you will be learning about in the various sessions, in the various deliberations that we shall be having today throughout this day. But first, let me tell you one thing, that opening up the institute does not mean that we are going back to normal from day one. From 16th of November, no, certainly not. We are not going back to day one. But what we are ready to do is, we can ask some of the students to come in batches, may not be all of them together. Because if all of the students come together in the university campus at the same time, it will be virtually impossible to maintain any kind of physical distancing and other safety protocols that we are still supposed to follow at this point in time. Okay, so let me talk about a few of the measures we have taken so far. We have come up with two committees. We have constituted two committees. One, we are calling it as the COVID task force, and there is another committee called the hostel committee. They will be responsible for all kind of, some kind of help desk, you can say. So whatever necessary help someone may require, this committee will be there to help them. So I would be requesting the assistant registrars to share this committee, constitution of this committee, with all present today later on, so that all of us know, and also the contacts, so that if some emergency comes and if someone has to contact them, whom to contact, how to contact. So this is one thing. And secondly, we would be having a doctor on campus every Wednesday for 2 hours from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So we have got the consent from Dr. Diptendu Hajra, who has been very kind enough to spare his time. He will be present in our university campus in room number 615, and whoever of us, faculty, staff, students, have some concern, we can go there and meet the doctor. The doctor will help us in whatever way he can. And for this purpose, we have also planned to maintain an inventory of essential medicines with us, so that if there is some emergency situation, we can take care of it in some reasonable way here itself before we move on to other parts. And of course, the government guidelines says a few very basic things, which is pretty obvious to all of us. It says all of us should wear masks at all times. The government guideline talks about the students. In the classrooms, all the students must wear masks at all times. But I would like to extend this. All the faculty and staff members must wear masks whenever they leave their rooms and chambers. This must be very strictly followed. And also, we are restricting the entry of visitors in our university campus. Only on appointment, only on special basis, they can enter, and they will be issued some kind of a visitor pass. For this reason, for the sake of convenience of the security personnel who will be deployed for the purpose, all of us should carry our ID cards at all times. Faculty, staff, and students, all of us should carry our identity cards at all times, so that whenever asked for, we can show or display them to the security personnel. And of course, some of the basic things we are maintaining. Well, we are maintaining some stock of spare face masks. So if required, someone can take that, because some of the masks might get damaged, or some other reason, someone may be forgetting to bring the face mask on some day. And in addition, we are ensuring adequate supply of liquid soaps, sanitizers, and other cleaning facilities in our university building premises, right? And means I would like to appeal to the faculty members and staff members. Just 1 second. I'll come back. 1 second.
Well, I request all the students to please join through YouTube link of JIS University that has been shared with you. We shall be right back.
Sorry. There was a guest. Okay. So what we're saying that we are maintaining all kinds of stocks of the soaps, sanitizers, and other cleaning measures so that we maintain cleanliness in our premise in whatever way is best possible. Okay. And we'll be displaying some posters at very prominent locations. And like we are having a webinar today, if required, we can have multiple such sessions. And another thing I would like to tell, particularly for the newly joining students, the first year students, the ones who are joining, we are preparing some kind of a student information brochure for them. So the student information brochure would be made available on the website. So I would request Mr. Gaurav Majumdar to upload the document on the website today itself. And that document can be downloaded from the website, and anyone who is interested can have access to that information booklet. So all the relevant and important information will be present in that booklet, starting from the various contacts, how to connect to the internet when you're in the campus, and so on and so forth. All required information that may be required. And also for safety and screening, we are installing some adequate number of thermal screenings and some thermal gates near the entrance, so that at least we can do some kind of preliminary screening. So in addition, we are having some kind of tie-ups with the nearby medical facilities like the hospitals and nursing homes and the municipalities, so that if some emergency situation arises, we can take their help. We have also identified a space for this quarantine facility if again the need arises, because you see, we must be prepared for all eventualities. So we must be safe. So it is understood that all the students who will be coming to our campus, they might not be fully vaccinated. Even if they're vaccinated, it does not mean that they are totally immune to infection, right? So we should be careful at all times. So I am sure that over the deliberations that we'll be having in today's workshop, we'll be learning about the various aspects of the things that we should do and the plans that we have made to make your life safer and a little simpler, I should say. And we have also invited some experts who can talk from the point of view of the medical practitioners, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the precautions we should take, and so on. So I should not take too much time in my opening remark. Rather, I would also like to hear from the others that what are their plans, what are their thinking and the thought process on this, so that we can be we can gain knowledge from the deliberation, and next time again when you meet, we may be a little better prepared for the purpose. So let us all work together. Let us all try to make this a better place, in particularly the university a better and safer place, so that we can ask our students to come without any fear. And this is just the first step. On 16th, we are taking the first step. As I told you, we are not inviting all the students at one go. In phases, we are asking them to come. Particularly the first year students, we are possibly asking to come after 1 month, not right away. Let the second, third, and the higher year students come first. And then in phases, we shall start to open up to the others as well. So thank you very much. With these few opening remarks, I would request Professor Maiti and the other organizers to just proceed with the other deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your encouraging words. And Sarah has already pinpointed all the points which is very, very relevant to the students, to the faculty members, how to adapt this kind of situation from the university end, from the students end. I hope it is clear to all the viewers at the YouTube, as well as the participants, those who are there at Zoom. So let us come to the next session of this particular program, which has been sessioned by Dr. Rakesh Dhar Dubey. He is the Dean of School of Law and Management. Sir, it's over to you.
Very thanks. Thanks a lot, Professor Maiti. It is very nice to just listen to Most Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Indraneel Sen Gupta, Sir. I would also refer to all those esteemed speakers in this session, like Professor Mani, the Controller of Examination, JIS University, Mr. Vidyut, GM Marketing, JIS Group, Registrar, Mr. Majumdar, Professor Maji, HOD Pharmacy, Mr. Shyam Sundar Dey, GM AMRI Hospital, Dr. Suman Lahiri, HOD Management, all my faculty colleagues, staff members, and most importantly, my dear students of our university. So today, regarding the reopening of the university, this workshop has been organized by Professor Maiti as a coordinator. Sorry. So to discuss on the challenges, safeguards, and opportunities while adopting the new normal in academic activities. So I would not be highlighting any plans regarding the specific department. I would be speaking in general that we all have recently witnessed that how in the very recent past the life has been derailed, stagnated, and disturbing during the lockdowns. The economy was initially crunched, academia badly suffered, but one thing for sure, the academic compelled, and this situation actually enforced us to find out and move ahead with some new directions to open up new, gates of opportunities. COVID-19 pandemic proved to be one of the biggest catastrophe in the human history, which we all have witnessed. It has really created the turmoil in the entire world, affected lives of the whole lot of humanity everywhere on this planet. But we at the same time also have witnessed the fact that how life has always proved to be the most powerful because it struggles and finally it wins. We are blessed to and we are happy to see the winners who are just living with all of us today in this world. And we have to understand that we have to live life now under this situation, which is now having a new point terminology, the new normal status. So we are supposed to, or we are bound to rather, to live life with this new normal. Now, we have observed that despite all challenges of this pandemic, there was always a way out. Rather to say, it has become blessings in disguise to some specific areas. I talk specifically of education. There were many new modalities of online academic pedagogy, which appeared prominently in the period of pandemic and has catered many unprivileged, but of course passionate learners of distant remote areas of our society to get the best lectures from across the world. These were indeed the greatest opportunity in the Indian academic history in teaching and learning process. When the physical mode of classes in the institutions categorically suffered in this unprecedented event of pandemic, the online teaching modalities really developed like godsend. Thanks to digitization, I wish to thank the government, which could actually initiate this process of digitization way back in 2016 itself, when one of the companies, I won't take the name of the company here, because it may be a matter of advertising the company, but then it was under the TRI consideration. It got an opportunity to just spread the internet awareness, and that too with the lowest cost. And this has popularized, and even in the very remote areas, people are having all gadgets, smartphones, and internet facilities. So this actually helped. So it is one of the greatest opportunities for the learners who are sitting on the remote areas. This internet facility also helped majorly many online trading opportunities, commerce activities, health sector, banking sector, and it opened up many new opportunities, many different types of opportunities. On one hand, there is lockdown on some tangible product manufacturing kind of, but service industry, specifically banking and specifically trading kind of business has propped up like anything. But in especially if I talk about scholastic pursuits, the academics or the education, we have always observed, especially in lab or practical based curriculum, the requirements of physical presence during the knowledge dissemination process is very, very mandatory. The students and their educators required to perform many hands-on practical learning activities in laboratories. And we certainly don't have alternatives in these areas. More or less, it requires to be discussed on the spot by the educators, maybe lab instructors, maybe the professors to their students. So that has become very mandatory. So under this understanding, we generally, as our Vice Chancellor said, so we are to start from 16th. We are going to start this, and that to phase by phase, and to start with this practical students, practical or lab related classes would be started. But sooner or later, every system requires to be back on the physical mode. I mean, all those classes which are, of course, the theory-based classes also requires to get back. In recent past, if I say, everyone acted like fighters of just like war frontiers. And now we have to march ahead towards the advancement of our better future. The students were the future of the world. They have to be just, provided with all facilities. That's what I believe. And one another thing I would like to appreciate the government's initiatives to such a fast and massive vaccination of more than 100 crores that was in recent news, that what I have seen. And it was just a record. And of course, it is an example for even most of the developed nations of the world. So this kind of approach, or this has helped to stabilize the situation of pandemic and of new normal, and develop the situations where people are getting back to their normal life, work life. And study is, of course, the work of a student that we consider. So we have to take them back also. That is our priority. Institutions basically are what I consider are meant to build the nation. So we at JIS are more sensitive towards our responsibilities and our duties to build the society. Our decision is always for the best for the students, faculties, and all our stakeholders. And in this process, we have taken up the decisions for offline classes initially for practical based subjects with a very stringent safety norms. Now it's a time for our students of JIS University to make a progressive attempt to join in offline mode in a very disciplined way, following all the government and institutions advisories. The practical curriculum based students are advised to join and learn as we had decided from 16, and all respective domain areas, maybe pharmacy, maybe computer science, their laboratory related all. Okay, and they are supposed to put their best efforts to make themselves experts in their chosen areas of study. Now, JIS University proudly confesses this fact that despite all odds, it has been engaged fully in disseminating knowledge via online mode very successfully. But now we have to start the process of starting offline mode back gradually, stage by stage. It is also proud to say that professors here in JIS University have put their best efforts in all those hard times, timelessly, day and night, I would say, for maximum advantage of the university scholars. Our students equally have cooperated with their, getting best benefits. Today, we are happy to invite students initially with a practical and lab-based classes under the strict COVID protocols and safety measures with mandatory mask, as our Vice Chancellor now told. The mask is very mandatory part, hand sanitizer is very, very mandatory part. Physical distancing has to be maintained in the campus. And of course, in the lab or practical classroom, wheresoever applicable, thermal checkups are to be done regularly on a regular basis in a campus. And in case of fever, cough and cold, one will be disallowed from the campus. That is for sure. So related to all these safety measures, advisories and other COVID protocols, students, your HODs and your professors will also narrate and resolve your queries if there are any. So with these all words, I just sum up here, and I thank you, Professor Maiti, that he has provided the time for me to speak. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for your positive and encouraging note. Now we are having with us our Honorable Director of Agriculture, Professor D.D. Patro. So I'd like to invite Professor D.D. Patro to say a few words to our students, to our faculty members, and to our colleagues. Sir, it's over to you.
Thank you, Professor Maiti. Am I audible?
Sir, you are perfectly audible. Please
Okay,
carry
fine.
on.
So I am concising my discussion with respect to my department because it is new and very few students are there in the third semester and first semester. I got some information from the students that since their examination will start from 6th of December, so probably it will be little bit difficult for them to come to the headquarters for taking part in classes. And as as our Honorable Vice Chancellor told, for the first year student, it's not a problem, but it can be a little bit problem for the senior students. And so far, to the greater extent concerned, I'm little bit concerned about the students who will be coming in groups or batches, because it will be difficult to select from here that who will be coming and who will not be able to come, something like that. So that point should be clear from the very beginning. And as I repeatedly mentioned that accommodation will be a problem, because although it will be coming in batches, but after that there may be some paucity of accommodation for the students. So these are the few points which came to my mind and I am sharing with you, not much more. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. You have given us some very pertinent points, and definitely we'll take care of everything. This is on the sake of our students for the sake of our faculty members and the colleagues, I hope we will deliver all possible solutions to our students as well as our faculty members and our colleagues too. So we are having with us our controller of examination, Dr. Padimala Mani Madam. So I'd like to request Dr. Padimala Madam to say a few words to the students. Ma'am, it's over to you.
Thank you, Maiti sir. Very pleasant morning to everyone present over here. Just my previous speaker explained, like our professor, our Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir explained detailed points about what to do, what not to do. I don't want to take much of your time. Just I want to stress 3 points in this session. First point is the responsibility, whatever we are going to take. See, it is not the responsibility of university, or it is not the responsibility of government. It is not the responsibility of department or nothing. It is the responsibility of individual person. Everyone, yes, government has issued a lot of advisories and guidelines. Even our institution have a lot of guidelines and everything. Apart from that, it is the responsibility of individuals to follow all the norms and protocols which is advised by the government or institution. It is not like that register section has a committee and only register section has to look out this matter. It is not like that. One thing everyone should keep it in their mind. Responsibility is of individual. So this I want to stress out here. Second point, regarding psychological aspect, during pandemic days, everyone personally faced good and bad experience. I should not say bad experience. All the experience which has happened in life is a good experience only. So I request each and everyone, whatever the experience it happens in those pandemic days, take it in a positive way and move ahead. You should not I have seen many entrepreneurs has raised up during those days. Many YouTube channels has opened by the youth and they have flourished with a lot of colors. I can quote many things also. So they came up with a lot of YouTube channels and they provide all the information to the viewers. So it is not like it is we cannot say pandemic is a very bad to you like that. So whatever you have faced personally, lot of chances are there. So you please look out in the positive side and improve yourself in the positive way, because now entire world is need of skilled employee. So for that, you just prepare yourself mentally and physically. You prepare yourself and you prove yourself that you are having enough skill to do an proper employment. This is the second point I want to stress out here. And third point, see, we are having a lot of buildings, furniture, everything. It is like a temple without God. So what we can do with temple only infrastructure, what we can do? So we need your presence, and either it is maybe a student or a professor, whomsoever it may be, we need your presence in the organization so that everyone can enjoy the situation, so that we'll give the liveliness to the institution. I feel it seems like the temple without God. So these are the 3 points I want to stress out in this session. Hope please take necessary instruction or necessary steps for you. Individually, you take care of this. As I already mentioned, it is the responsibility of individual. So please take care of yourself, and we are expecting you to come over here and present here. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, madam. You have shown us the right path. The thing is, positive vibes and approach is most essential for all the students and for the faculty members, for the staffs and colleagues, everyone. It is very essential. So exactly, our presence are very important at the university, because without our presence, it will be just empty university. So that cannot be accepted for a long time. So with this note, we are having with us our GM Marketing from JIS Group, Mr. Bidyut Majumdar. he is with us today. So I'd like to invite Mr. Bidyut Majumdar to say a few words to our faculty members, to our students, and to our colleagues. Sir, over to you.
Yeah, good morning, Professor Maiti. And good morning to everybody and our students. Particularly after 20 months, we are meeting here to prepare the groundwork for starting the hybrid mode education system. Because just when this pandemic started, I can recall that in the month of March, that time we started the online classes immediately, so that the students would not be sufferer. But at the same time, we knew well that this is not the process to gear up the students to give full-fledged knowledge to the students. So we were waiting eagerly since last 18 months that when the education will be in the normal scenario. But it took time, and time and again it came under the debate that whether it should be started immediately or not. And still now we are not very much confident that what should be the outcome of this opening of the university or the institutions. But however, the government, the academicians, the other bodies, the society, the parents, the students, everybody is willing to start the offline classes and particularly to keep up with the practical sessions or the workshop they are not able to do in the professional education particularly. So it is important, it was important to discuss, and right now we are at the verge of the starting of the education, this college. And we came to know that 16th will be the starting date that the university is going to start. Now, my point is that before going to start, we should take the note that we should be very much cautious about our health, because the health scenario is still now under very pressure, and nobody is sure that what will be happening in future when we are gathering together. So I am very glad to know that the university has taken all sort of precautions, that how the measurements or how the precautions will be taken care when the university will be open. And second, that it is depending absolutely on our maturity and responsibility, that particularly the responsible attitude of the students, that we should take care about our own health. Though the university, though the institutions, though the parents are taking care of everything, but the students are the main stakeholder of this organization. And this year also, I am very much glad to know that more than 1,200 students have joined in this university. And it is a big chunk. So the new students have come and the students are going to start their session. Though it will be online, but I know that after some days, the offline classes will be gradually starting for the new students also. So my point is that when you are coming, you please take care all the guidelines which has been provided to you, already circulated to you and explained to you. This is the another part. This is another part that we are taking into the note, and I expect that with this startup, certainly the student will enjoy GIS University, and certainly the student will get their experience that how the university will come up again with its own pace of the learning. So with this expectation, I am thanking you to all the students who are listening to us today by spending their valuable time. And I am grateful to all the university authority members to give me a chance to deliver my experience to them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very nice and positive notes for the students, for the faculty members, as well as our staff members. So today we are having with us the register section of JS University. As you know that register section plays a vital role for this particular pandemic time where we are taking the maximum precautions measures for the university, for the students, for the faculty members, for the staffs, and each and every part, means each and every stakeholders, those who are associated with JS University. So I'd like to invite the officials from the register section to say few words to the students, to the faculty members, to our staffs and colleagues, so that they will get a kind of confidence. The students will get some kind of confidence. The faculty members as well as the staff members will get some kind of confidence from the university itself, and they'll love to come from 16th onwards. Though we are starting our university phase wise, but I'm sure that they'll love to come to the university from 16 onwards. So it's over to the register section, please.
Thank you, Dr. Maiti. Myself, Gaurav Majumdar, Assistant Register, JS University, take the opportunity to participate in this web workshop on the reopening of the university. As many of you already know that myself and Dr. S.S. Tomar, and along with our other colleagues, we are there always to support and provide all kinds of infrastructure for a successful and conducive academic environment at JS University. So at the very outset, I would like to say that rather to ensure that all the students that your JS University, your university is safely sanitized and ready to welcome you back once again after a span of maybe 1.5 years, which has been a kind of unusual time, I should say, not a trying time, because otherwise the examination and academic process was successfully conducted for all JS Group institutes as usual. So I would rather take it as an achievement that we again have proved ourselves that really we are capable of providing education beyond ordinary, because this pandemic, Dr. Maiti, am I audible, right?
Yeah, you are absolutely audible, Gaurav Babu. Please carry on.
So the JIS University, as a part of JIS Group, has proved themselves to be well equipped to provide education beyond ordinary, and all the academic activities along with the allied administrative activities have been performed so far with good amount of success. So with this note, I would take a few minutes from all of you to tell about the provisions, some regulations that has been earmarked by the university authorities for all the students, of course, and the staff and faculty members, while we'll be going on physical mode for education from 16th. And this is in line with the notification and advisory issued by the government of West Bengal. We have received letters from the principal secretary, government of West Bengal, and other concerned authorities, and we have framed all the policies in line with that. And of course, everything whatever is required are being done and shall be complete by 15th itself. The first thing is that I would say all the basic points have been told to you by my previous honorable speakers, the VC sir, Dean sir, controller Madam Bidut sir, and others. So my job is made very simple now. The first thing is, as I have told you, your university is sanitized adequately and frequently with sodium hypochlorite and other necessary sanitizers. So feel safe at the university, but of course, wearing mask, using social distancing, and washing hands, everything is mandatory at every point of time. There will be a health officer who will be visiting the university every week, and you can always take the help and advice from him, as well as the pharmacy department of JIS University will provide other necessary support for any exigencies that is coming due to this pandemic. Every checkpoint, entry and exit of JIS University will be manned by trained personnel with thermal scanners and other necessary instruments to check whether everybody coming in and going out are having right physical standards. The visitors shall only be allowed to enter JIS University with prior appointment. The security arrangements have been beefed up to monitor the optimum student movement inside the JIS University premises, because too much of gathering or unnecessary loitering will not be allowed this time. Any symptomatic person will not be allowed inside the university premises. There will be one quarantine room as well in the campus itself, with oxygen cylinders, common medicines, PPE kits, and other emergency equipments to handle any emergency situation at the university. Also, we have informed the local municipal corporations, local hospitals, nursing homes, police stations and ambulance services and other critical care support units for providing us necessary support so that we can encounter any situation coming out of this disease condition. I would tell one very important thing here. JIS University, as approved by Honorable Vice Chancellor, has constituted a very special COVID task force. The task force primarily consists of very senior faculty members and administrative staffs. The task force job is to monitor and roll out the entire COVID provisions at JIS University from 16, while the regular classes shall be on until further notification. So I request all the people, and definitely there will be an official announcement of this task force as well by today itself. But just to give you a brief overview, the Professor Rakesh Kumar Dhar Dubey is the Dean, School of Management and Law. He is the chairman. Dr. Shoikat Maiti will be the co-chairperson, and our security chief, Mr. Manna, will be the member secretary and coordinator of this. Along with, there are other 16 members. They will be present in the campus all the time to help you, to guide you, and to make the things better for you. The hostel facilities, a very important part, are being prepared for the students as per availability and as per the request already given by the students of different departments through admission cell during the admission of 2020 and 21, and that will be scrutinized, and accordingly the hostels shall be made available to the students. First year definitely will be given accommodation after January only 2022, but presently the hostels are being properly sanitized and necessary renovations are being made, and we assure that as soon as possible, maybe by the end of this month, we will be providing with the accommodations whatever is possible from JIS University side to all the students who are desirous, and they need the hostel facilities coming from outstation locations. So that is important for all to know. Apart from that, I think Dr. Tomar, if you are there, and if you have got something to add, you may. Otherwise, I will continue with this. Dr. Tomar, are you there?
Yeah, Dr. Tomar is there. So I'd like to invite Dr. Tomar to say a few words, please. Dr. Tomar? Am I audible, Dr. Tomar? Dr. Tomar is there. Maybe,
he has got some connection issues.
yeah.
Let's continue with the directives that the department that the university is has prepared for all the staff and students. As I have told you, the primarily the playgrounds, library, classrooms, and hostels, there will be the extreme kind of COVID protocol should be maintained. Every facility for the students and staff are sanitized. There will be safety measures at the entry and exit point inside the campus. All are again requested to follow the basic and primary COVID protocols inside the campus. And the classes and other academic activities shall be held as per the planning already may be provided to you by the respective departments. So with this, I think I should stop here. If there is any specific questions, then we can take. Otherwise, all our contact coordinates are given in the website, as well as definitely we'll be sharing with you in the booklet that the Honorable Vice Chancellor have told you in the morning, as we'll be giving you other sources of information, so through which you can contact us any point of time for any normal query to the emergency situations. So I ensure that have a very nice experience at JIS University as soon as possible, come back to your normal life, right? And stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gaurav Babu. It was really encouraging for the students, for the faculty members, for the staffs, and everyone who was the stakeholders of JIS University. Now, before starting for the next session, let me introduce to the pharmacy department. Pharmacy department of JIS University is one of the leading department when the pandemic has started. They're functioning from March 2020. The pharmacy department is the only department at JIS University. They have started preparing the sanitizer as well as the masks and distribute to all the local people surrounded by JIS University, along with the traffic police, along with the other practitioners, those who are associated with JIS University or not associated with JIS University. So they have set a tremendous benchmark at JIS University, and the pharmacy department is always with us for all the departments. They are always giving us a lovely support to the students, not only students to the pharmacy department, even the pharmacy students, they are also playing a vital role for making the sanitizers along with the faculty members. And in this pharmacy department, we are having a very active HOD, so-called as Professor H.S. Maji. So I'd like to invite Professor H.S. Maji to say a few words. Sir, it's over to you, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a nice introduction of the department, as well as thank you for recognizing our contribution in the recent past. Now, I would like to say that the contribution is not solely by the teachers. Our students have joined hands in this fight against Corona, and the contribution of our students within the campus and outside the campus are also very encouraging. So at the very outset, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Indranil Sengupta, respected Dean Sir, Dr. Rakesh Dhardube, respected Controller Ma'am, Dr. Parimala Mani, all the respected head of the departments of JIS University, and our most beloved Channel Manager Marketing of JIS Group, Mr. Bidyut Mojumdar, I used to call Bidyut Da. Our today's guest of honor, Mr. Samsundar De, General Manager of AMRI Hospitals, Kolkata, and all my beloved faculty members, register section, non-teaching staff sections, and my beloved students. On behalf of the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, as well as on behalf of the Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, I would like to welcome you all on this web workshop. on the challenges, safeguard and opportunities while adopting new normal in academic activities. Now, as you know, we all are fighting with the deadliest COVID-19 virus for the last almost 2 years or so, and humanity has suffered a lot with the sacrifice of lakhs of people around the globe. The fear of coronavirus is not yet over, but with the discovery and administration of vaccination and adopting some of the important COVID protocols, people around the globe are slowly resuming their normal life. I can remember 2 years ago in March 2019, exactly it is 18th of March, I believe, we had a meeting at the head office. When the information of nationwide lockdown announced in 23rd of March, we at JIS University and this group quickly migrated to online teaching mode. Thanks to our teachers, students, and parents for quickly adopting the new technologies, our education was not badly affected. We have seen the transformation of teachers and their quick online adaptation. Many of them, I can say, were not even accustomed to prepare even a simple Google form. Yes, I was also one of them. But we tried our best to quickly transfer to the online mode so that our students are not deprived. Thanks to our students also, who quickly took the advantage of their mobile phone and our LMS facility for the purpose of teaching learning process. Students did their practicals, given seminars and presentations, presented their ideas through Skillex, even appeared semester examinations. Not only that, they appeared and qualified in job interview also, all online. So we at JIS Group already set a benchmark for online teaching pedagogy. But slowly and slowly, we could realize that online education is not the only solution for all areas of teaching learning process. For example, some of the practicals involving wet laboratories that could not be conducted in online modes. We could show you only the YouTube demonstration of some of the practicals. Practical skills, you know, can only be achieved by doing and not by viewing. So our students got deprived of actually experimenting the practicals on their own hands. And I am ready to confess that our students lacks some of the skills along with all the students throughout the globe in this pandemic period. And therefore, when the situation around the globe is moving toward normalcy, we at JIS Group once again are also trying to open up our educational institutions and are getting ready to welcome our students to their second home. Yes, I call it like this, that this is the second home of all of us because we spend more than 50% of our time in the university campuses. Yes, we welcome all our beloved students to your own university, your second home, to meet your new friend, new family members, your classmates, friends, and teachers. But you must maintain the protocol. You must maintain the COVID protocols or the living practices that you are doing for the past years. Alia Sultana. Yeah. So what I mean to say is that always wear your mask, sanitize your hands, maintain the practicable social distances at all places, and follow all other safety protocols issued by the university from time to time. Don't get infected by the deadly virus. Neither be the earner to infect others. It is our responsibility to keep all our stakeholders, our students, teachers, and non-teaching staffs safe. Yeah, we must be safe, and we have a responsibility to keep all other persons around safe. Social distancing at all places within the campus, playground, library, and practically or very specifically in the laboratory, and even within the lift and washrooms. Try to find a safe and unique place in the classroom and laboratory. Use those places only every time you visit the laboratories or classrooms. Get yourself checked by thermal scanner at the university entry point. Do cooperate with all the security personnel that were there at the different places of the university. If you have any abnormal body temperature, don't come to the class and inform the authority immediately. We also insist that regular health monitoring is essential. A minimum criteria of double vaccination as well as a negative report of RT-PCR or a negative rapid antigen test is the minimum benchmark that we have set for attending the physical laboratory starting from 16th of this month. So thinking in this way, we have deferred the physical class and labs for the newly admitted students who might not attain 18 years and are not vaccinated yet, as has been clarified by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, also. So we are calling all the students, not at a time, but phase-wise, we are calling you to your second home. Throughout the past 2 weeks, the university authority, we were trying to prepare our university to accommodate physical lab facilities, physical classroom facilities, etc. All students should also cooperate to maintain the safety for all. Sanitizers, yes, in line with Soikat sir, that we had prepared sanitizers during the COVID time. And this time also, from the next week onwards, we are in the process of preparing around 500 liters to 1000 liters of sanitizers for use, for internal use by our students and all stakeholders. So sanitizers were arranged, isolation facilities we are trying to prepare, a COVID policy for delivering outsiders, that is parents and all others during this period has already been taken. I once again request all the students to maintain the safety measures at the entry and exit point in the classroom, library, and laboratories. And you must also monitor your health on a regular basis. If you find any abnormalities, please inform the authority immediately and do not come to the university for the sake of yours and for the sake of your friends and new family members, I should say. We had a session with the faculty members, head of the departments, to sensitize ourselves as well as to the students. We had discussed with the COVID protocols that has been issued by the government of West Bengal, and we have redefined the roles of the teachers and HODs also. Now the students, you should also maintain some of the responsibilities while attending this online class. So in line with the government protocol, I must say that wear mask always at all time. You can, for your safety, wear gloves or caps, especially during the class and laboratories when there is a chance of mixing. Keep yourself protected. Avoid wearing these metal accessories, which are the best carrier of these viruses. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water, or you can use sanitizers. As I've said, that sanitizers are being provided by the university. It is available at almost all the places of the university. You can also carry your own bottle of sanitizers with you. You should maintain social distancing everywhere. Do not come to the institution if you are having fever, cold, or any other ailment. Do not touch your face with your hand anytime unless it is washed and clean. So this virus, it enters your respiratory system through the open surface like your hands and other surfaces. So you must be very careful while touching your nose and face. Do not form close clusters with friends for a few more days. I know that you people are eagerly waiting to meet your friends and to make clusters. Do remember not to form clusters or group with your friends for a few more months. And it is advisable not to share any books, copies, bags, or any other food materials also with your friends during this period. Do not even share the drinking water also with anyone. And always try to occupy a predefined space in the classroom as well as in the laboratory. You must also learn some COVID protocol and follow the same day to day. See, in your home, your parents were taking care of yourself. Now you are in your second home, and we, the teachers, are like your parents, but you must also be responsive. You must also be responsible to take care of your own health. And the next thing is don't get panicked. You must also spread awareness among your friends and relatives at home. Now, regarding these games and this using this playground, also try to innovate some of the games or play by which you can maintain some social distancing. Do not spit here and there. I think this is known to you. Do not spit here and there, because through your spit, this virus travels at a faster rate. You must wash the toilet adequately before and after use, and wash your hands with soap as many times as you can. You must give awareness to your fellow friends. And the most important thing is that after reaching your home or hostels, try to wash your uniform with soap, any kind of soap or any kind of detergent. See, we have seen this coronavirus is being destroyed with the help of soap only, normal detergent. So wash your soaps and clothes. Wash your mask, gloves, and cap in hot water. And it is very difficult to maintain, but I must say that avoid junk food and eating out during this period. Try to eat healthy food prepared at your home. Drink hot water, milk at home. And last but not the least, I think we believe that you are the fighter. You are the true fighter against this deadly virus. So it is you who will maintain the safety of your own health and who will be responsible for maintaining the safety of the health of others. So with this few words, I would like to conclude, and I would like to hope that all our students do find our second home in the same way as you are maintaining the standards of life at your home for the past 2 years. Thank you, and over to the host.
Thank you so much, Professor Majid. That was really encouraging and mesmerizing for the students, for the faculty members, and for the staff members. So we are having today with us a very senior professor, from the education department. And he is one of the very active member in the education cell, as well as from the new normal. Whenever we are coming back, we are taking a lot of support from him. So let me introduce Professor Swadesh Samanto. He's one of our very senior most professor at GIS University. So I'd like to invite Professor Swadesh Samanto to say a few words, please, sir.
Thank you for your very good introduction, and also conducting very well this important session. Actually, it is very important to actually have for the students. So I think it is a good venture. Actually, students and guardians and also our faculty, we are waiting for that page, which has been actually closed from 2020 March. That Majisra has told. So actually, it is a good temple. Without students, we cannot think that this university or educational institute will continue. So actually, we are waiting for the students, and students are also to come in the university. So, but we'll have some maintain some restriction as predicted by our government, and also for the safety of our university, we must have to obey. And one thing, just 2 points I want to highlight. I was, as per the discussion with Professor Majhi, Professor Lahiri, and others are raised a section. Actually, we are always cooperating with the students. One thing I should mention, that is a psychological point. Already they have passed out for the one, and I think going to be 2 years, so they are in actual mental stress, So it is going to be normal. We are tending to the normalcy, First thing, whenever we are waiting, we are confusing whether which year will be attending the classes. So last November yesterday, we have been informed that university has taken decision that the except first semester will come university on January. But from 16th, the second year and onwards, they will be attending the classes, So one thing I'm telling you, our different is basically somewhat, our practicum session is somewhat different in the project basis, So it is most personally somewhat theoretical, somewhat practical. But one thing I'm telling you, at a major, at a certain portion, certain percent of the students, number of students of our department, they are from distant places. There is Assam, I'm telling the Meghalaya, and also the other Asansol, etc. So when they are talking with them, they are such a we have been staying here in my home for a long time. So is it possible to go and take shelter in this just near university? There's a problem to us. So there's a problem. How can I assimilate these? So I'm thinking while share. Because we are faculty members, and I think it is common for all the department I know. They are thinking that the students at least come once in a week for interaction, for laboratory work, for practicum works, and interaction. Our department is interaction with the faculty for their practicum matter. Okay. So there is a question whether they'll be able to come from the distant place just now because the examination just behind December. So I think my proposal is that we'll be trying to actually tell them to come at that you can to just for your safety, at the same time for some interaction with which is required for you. And second thing that I'm telling, we'll have to decide, I'm telling from the controller section and others, we'll have to research very early whether our examination will be offline or online. If it is offline, they must have to come, whatever it may be, they have to struggle, they have to settle here, and because it is wanted. And government has all partially allowed it. So I think we'll have to decide very soon whether it is offline or online. So then if it is all offline, students must have to come within 1 week or 2 weeks. So there are two things, 2 points. It is a question to me also. I think it will be solved with our authority, solved with our fellow friends, it will be solved by the HOD and those who are coordinators and who are functioning it. also register section also. So this is my 2 points. Another thing I'm telling you, I convey to the students, actually, whenever you had to start this online classes, you have some, actually opposition has some mental stress and also some query, how will it be done, sir? It is a problem at that time. But as Soikot sir has told, we have come across this page. Actually, we have been, I'm telling from a department, I think every faculty member of all departments, they'll tell, in pandemic period, no students have not been hampered due to the pandemic, that was done in previous pandemic. It has been too much lacking, I think. Some practical interaction, practical activity has been somewhat actually distorted, but we have come out very successful. I have seen the students have learned a lot because they are in the confined to the students. They have studied more. That my observation, But the new thing that is we are going to numbers. Actually, I'm telling from my heart, and our faculties also want to see our faces of the students. Without students, we cannot get pleased for a teaching purpose. So teaching learning person is a direct interaction, So we are waiting for that, and I convey to the students, don't hesitate, have some problems, have some actually the problems in reality, but you have to overcome, and from your psychology, you have to try to calm, try to attend class or our interaction. This is my message to our beloved students. Okay, we are always with you. We means all HOD, all faculties, all staff of our university, always to help you. Just your cooperation. At the same time, your cooperation from the guardians are very required at that point. That is my message to our students. So one phase of stress has been somewhat gone. Now this stress, how will you come in the university? This stress should be avoided, taking some courage from your mind. That is my message to the beloved students. Thank you too much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words as usual. And you are very close to the students. I know that from the education department, even not only for the education department, for the other department students also. You are a very beloved one and one of our very senior members of all the committee. So without the faculty members' support, without the HOD's support, we cannot perform this task from 16 onwards. So in this context, I would like to invite Dr. Shumul Lahiri from the management department to say a few words, because Dr. Lahiri is associated with us for a long time, and he is also very close to the students of the management, and the management gurus can able to give us a good way of light for the new normal. And I would like to hear from him also. Even our students are also waiting to hear from you, sir. So it's over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Maiti. Thanks a lot. Good morning to everyone. Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Indranil Sengupta, Dean, sir, Professor Rakesh Kumar Dhardube, Controller, Madam Dr. Parimala Mani, respected Assistant Register, sirs, Dr. Tomar and Mr. Gaurav Majumdar, General Manager, JIS Group, Mr. Vidyut Majumdar, and respected HODs, colleagues, and students. I will like to pay my respect for P.S. Madanji, who was such a lovely person. My deepest condolences when I heard the incident yesterday. As far as the new normal is concerned, as was discussed, and I was hearing, 2 or 3 key points emerge. One is about the instructions from the government and to start the academic activities normally, which is a welcome. And secondly, at the university level, the actions being taken for sanitization, maintaining social distancing, right? All the norms and the safety procedures. We have been hearing from the different speakers. And third level, that is at the individual level, which is very important for the students as well as the faculty members as well as our staff members in the university to maintain their personal hygiene and be aware of this virus. So those aspects of maintaining social distancing, wearing mask, washing hands at regular periods, wearing gloves, and the head caps, and not touching metal surfaces, as Professor Maji was telling. These are very important. Apart from that, it is important, one must have the mental well-being, that is to keep oneself happy. I think one of the biggest problem of COVID was the mental health. So be happy, talk to your friends. If in trouble, discuss with your faculty members of the department, as well as friends, consult physician. These are some of the aspects which one needs to maintain. Apart from that, I believe we at this senior, at a very juncture of life, we are leaving the country at a very capable hands of yours. Why? The reason, at such a young age, you have faced the pandemics so bravely and has appeared in your exams, have competed, and you made way through the GIS University, which is one of the best university in this region, right? And you are brave, you are warrior. So we are sure that the country will be led by capable hands like you. And I personally believe you are not aware that you have a very strong resource, a mental capability, a mental toughness to face this type of pandemics and carry out the normal activities. At such a young age, you have faced so many disruptions. You have seen in your, in your relatives, in your friend circle, so many incidents, so many news, which I at my age could not have faced perhaps. So you are a brave generation, and the country is having a brave warriors like yours. And in this respect, I would like to share some stories, some important aspects. I always love to connect. There is an author, Professor Dr. Viktor Frankl, who has written a book, A Man in Search of Meaning. Why this book was important? Because Viktor Frankl has survived the concentration camp during World War II, and he was a neurologist and psychologist by practice. So when he went to the concentration camp, he found that the most of the people who survived had a purpose, a very simple purpose. Some wanted to be with their grandchildren, some wanted to write books, he himself wanted to write thesis and teach, and some wanted to be with family. This purpose in life, this simple purpose, had seen them through the horrific condition of the concentration camp. Now, if I connect this with the current situation, you have also passed through this horrific pandemic and have developed that inner strength which will help to take you to serve the country, and you have a purpose. Some of you want to become computer engineers, some of you want to be biotechnologists, some of you want to be managers, CEOs, some of you want to be great lawyers, educationists. You have a purpose, and you have this tremendous mental resource of inner strength. And another book by Viktor Frankl is Say Yes to Life, because we don't expect something from life. He mentions that what life expects from us. At every moment, life poses a question to us, and we have to say yes. So I think you have said yes to life. You have passed out with flying colors. You have joined this university, and you have also faced this pandemic, and you have with a purpose in hand. So I welcome you to JIS University. At the same time, to start your normal activities, but with great caution and responsibility. You have freedom, but freedom brings responsibility. So you have to take the responsibility to be safe as well as study. With these few words, I would like to end my session.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Professor Maiti, 1
Yes.
minute I want to give a message that I will take very already Vice Chancellor already informed give the message that Madan sir very close to us, not only our department, I think most of the time he's too much associated. His sudden death it is a great shock to me. Not me, all of us. That's why it was actually, it is not unbelievable. It is unbelievable, actually. You cannot believe that he's no more in this world. That's why you are arranging, actually, we had a talk with the Vice Chancellor, and also you and Majid sir also. We want to, as direction of our Vice Chancellor, we want to arrange a condolence meeting, and it will be in physical mode. So I request all faculty members, all staff, and at the same time, all those who can come on Monday. It will be informed. So I request to all to attend this condolence program. That is my message. That is my message. Okay.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So thank you so much, sir. So today we are having with us a very special person. He is the GM of AMRI Hospital, and he is one of the key person who can deliver the proper guideline, who can give our students, our faculty members, our stakeholders a proper guideline how to overcome this particular situation and how we can handle this particular situation. So I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Majumdar to have a brief introduction of Mr. Shyam Sundar De, is the GM of AMRI Hospital. So Mr. Majumdar, it's over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Maiti. And this is really my proud privilege to welcome Mr. De in this web workshop of JIS University. Thank you, Mr. De, for joining us, making time out of your very busy schedule. And this is also my pleasure to introduce someone who has been spearheading the fight back of our country against this pandemic and this fatal coronavirus. And he, along with his entire medical fraternity, our deepest respect to you, sir, for keeping us safe so far. And Mr. De is currently working as a general manager of growth and development, AMRI Hospitals. He is also the member of AIMA, PRSI, Indian Public Health Association, Calcutta Chamber of Commerce, and many other organizations where they have been contributing very positively towards the safety of the masses. He is a graduate in economics with an MBA, and has done his diploma in health and hospital from AIIMS Chennai, and hospital administration from AIIMS Chennai. Sir, thank you so much again for joining us and sparing some time out of your busy schedule. We'd love to listen to you and your valuable insights for our staff members once we are open. It's over to you.
Very good morning, and I'm very happy to join with you, all of you over here today with the JIS University and Mr. Majumdar, and thank you for introduction, giving my introduction to the audience and across your university senior faculty and the students over here. Today, what I have understand so far, we have already faced last 2 years across the globe, the pandemic situation. So now we are calling the endemic and the new normal, whatever the way you like to call. So every institute, teaching institute, so-called, are on the verge of opening, and that is the good news. And we are very happy to see that everybody has joined the normal activities so far the students are concerned. So actually what I like to share today a little bit, before the new normal, what to do, what not to do. So for the precautions and the measurement required, already we have discussed a little bit, but some of the area I think we have to keep in our mind. In our healthcare system of India, so far there that three systems works at one level from the central, one level from the state, and one definitely the local peripheral level decisions are there. So in this type of pandemic situation, central government's role are very, very important, and they have taken the call that we must come forward and we'll enter in the normal situations and opening our all business activities, institutes, financial institutes, education institutions, and all the transportations, including the travellings and tourism. And we are happy to be in the new normal locations and area. 2-3 area we have to keep in our mind during our new normal. Already apart from the mainly education area, we have seen and we have faced a couple of festivals and opening also in the multiplex malls. We observe a lot, because as a healthcare partner, as a healthcare provider, and as a healthcare worker, I observe and I have also faced lots of problems. I have also provided lots of precautions measures from where the people a little bit taken the advantage to step forward towards the new normal. So beginning of this session, what I like to say, we have to keep in our mind, whatever may be the situation, COVID is still there. COVID is still there. Maybe the phase 1 and phase 2. And if you like to say this is the end phase or phase 3, the power of the virus is not the same, and the right now symptoms also not the same. Whatever may be the symptoms, initial symptoms of the fever, cough, cold, along with the loose motion, body ache, headache, whatever may be the symptoms, it may be the fallen in the room for all of a sudden, and you can check that COVID is positive. So whatever may be the symptoms is there. Age group was the factor. Now age group also very little, maybe below 10% age group is also the, you can say, teenage group also. 98% was the adult group only. Only 2% affected so far. Bengal is concerned. All India data I don't have. So precisely, if I tell you my Amri group across, we have the 3 hospitals across this city and 600 plus bed. We have received only 1% patient who have the COVID positive below 20. So what I understand, so this teenage group who are just going to join, entering the school premises, education institute. So nothing has to here in that sense much more, but definitely we have to take our precautions. Precautions, we have discussed the precautions. The first precaution we have to take, hand wash. Washing hands in the plain water even, or with soap, or with whatever the solution you have available, it's mandatory. Please do it mandatory. Not a single time. The possible times possible. If possible, 3-4 times, please keep it in that way. That maximum area you have to focus is the hand sanitization and the masks. Second is the masks. Hand sanitization and second is the masks. Nothing much more you have to take. Definitely your locations you have to sanitize properly. You have to keep proper things. And one thing before, during entrance, so you can take the temperature measurement. That's all, and don't take any sick patient. Any sick, please ask them to take rest at their home or your area at all. Don't allow them to mix with the group. Sick students should not join any group. Number 1. Number 2, each and everyone should wash their hands properly, not even a single time, the possible number, it may be a couple of numbers, and masks. Social distancing, we are discussing. Yes, social distancing is possible. It's possible in the institute even. We are also mixing in a group level, small group, we are mixing. But social distance always, if not possible, definitely we have to keep two things. Again, masks and hand wash. So, and couple of area we have already discussed, I have heard about. Because your age group is teenage, or they are crossing the age group of teenage, maybe the 20 age bar. So, and the COVID infection trend is very less so far, less than 1% across India. So nothing to be worried as such. Only you have to keep in your mind the transportation. Mass transportation is one area from where we are getting the infection. So keep in the look how students are coming and going. That should be very important, because in school, in institute, I don't think much more will happen. It may happen only during the transport from the residence to school or college. That's important area. What we have discussed earlier in the different forum, and for the same platform, that is only the transport. I do not know how it is practically possible to maintain the distance during the traveling from the residence to institute. That is the one hurdle super student will face in near future, couple of months at least, until we are not declared so far. Yes, we are in the endemic situation. Please keep in your mind, last 1 month, COVID infection across India or Bengal, the numbers is the same yesterday even. So how we'll keep our position, so far your students' position safe? That's we have to think properly, keeping in the mind super protection is concerned. So protection, again, you have to take from your own and school rooms and library. Possible you can keep stop couple of days, only the class and social distancing. Some of the school I heard about the alternate day they are calling. So all sorts of things, the operation protocol you have to maintain. And if possible, my request, keep someone else in online doctors available. Keep a doctor available online. If at all you need to consult with any one staff or faculty, non-faculty or student, you can talk immediately with the symptoms they are facing or any health-related issues you can discuss. I have advised for the Delhi Public School also. The day before yesterday, I have talked with the deputy principal over there. They are also trying to keep one online doctor in panel in case of any emergency, in case of any symptoms, or in case of any sickness or anything else. They can talk immediately and provide the advice taken, can take the advice for the faculty, non-faculty of the student. Thank you very much so far from my side. I like to hear anything else you'd like to hear from me at all. Then I will be happy to give you your queries on.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a really nice indeed session from you. And I would like to invite all the faculty members, HODs and other stakeholders. If you are having any question, please raise your question to Mr. S.S. Dev. He is ready to answer your queries. So it's a time for the discussion. So if you are having any queries, please put in your chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask directly.
Just one thing before we start anyone queries, anything else.
Yes, sir.
Lots of students may have the respiratory problem. You identify the students who have the respiratory problem. You ask them what type of medicine they are taking at all. They are in under medication or something else or not. because respiratory problem you can ask me at all. In the teenage, respiratory problem is huge. Later on, they recover later on, but you have to also segregate the student who has the past history of respiratory problem.
Right. Right.
Please.
So any other questions anybody have? Please make a note. This particular point is very, very vital for the respiratory system and all. So I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Majumdar to coordinate with all the faculty members along with the other students. If there will be any problem, if there any kind of student who is facing the respiratory problem, not to ask to come to the university, or rather take him to the isolation. So any other member, anybody have? Yes, sir. Yes,
I have a question. A very
yes, sir.
simple
Please,
question,
please.
Whether one kind of actually students not for actually for all students have not been vaccinated still now. Okay, so those who have taken vaccination, they'll be allowed. But those who have not yet taken vaccination to double dose or even single dose, whether they will be allowed to attend the classes or will take some measures for attending their classes. Let me if you highlight
percentage of above 18, I do not know. Definitely percentage of above 18, you have the student who have already taken the vaccination. But currently the vaccinated, double vaccinated patients also coming who are positive. Not only the first time COVID, second time COVID is also coming after vaccination. So possibilities are there. If they have the vaccination, is absolutely fine. Little bit protection they have already a little bit got the immunity power. But if they don't have the vaccination, you have to allow nothing to do because the children are more immune to protect any virus.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, please? Anybody have any questions, please?
Yeah, sir, Dr. Surjoshika De has put one question that is regarding the vaccination drive when we are the government is planning for the 12 to 18 age group vaccination.
Anytime we can get the notification from the government of India. Most probably Covaxin will be the below 18 group level. We are waiting for the notification of the government. They are already discussed, or you can say announced in between, but notification yet to receive. So we are waiting. Hopefully, in a very short period, anytime, any day, we can receive the notification for the vaccination below 18. I hope the Covaxin will be the vaccine for the below 18.
Thank you, sir. One more thing that I would just like to know on behalf of the university, what exactly government notification says about the provisions to be made available at the university for opening this regular academics. Is there any specific things apart from the common, COVID norms and all, right? Any guidelines or any other things by the government of West Bengal or government of India, or rather, what will be the advisory from the medical fraternity? If you can please let us know.
A couple of my colleagues has discussed a couple of days before in a weekend session with a club, elite club of this city. But what I have understand, there is no guideline so far. Discussions happening, going on either and either, but the conclusion yet to get in a right platform or notification pattern, so that anybody can follow the things. Either Indian Medical Association or central government Department of Health of West Bengal, they have not given any notification of such. What I understand, during first COVID, second COVID, and now if you say the endemic situation, third COVID time also, and the nature of the virus is changes so fast, and they are not ready to give any conclusion on these things. Only we are waiting for vaccinations. That is one measure, and we have to keep on our the measurement conclusions came to us through notification, that is social distancing, hand wash, and the masks. 3 things we have to maintain right now. Nothing as such come. I don't think immediately I will receive anything else from the government of India or government of Bengal or Indian medical associations or anyone else, anybody, responsible body.
All right, sir. Thank you. Sir, one more thing, that use any kind of ultraviolet source for making the bags or other things. Is it welcome in the campus, or we should avoid all this?
You can avoid, rest assured, you can avoid all these things. Only thing is that keep little bit social distancing, hand wash, masks, and the student having the comorbidities. Somebody trying to send the message, the kidney problem, respiratory problem, or problem something cold, cough, all sorts of things is just identify in the gate. Just identify in the gate. Or you can say, you can take the medical fitness also for your, within 7 days, they will submit the medical fitness little bit. These sorts of things you have to take, create your own measurement at your own level. Medical fitness is not very easy to get, or it is very tough to make it. Please do not come into that. Just self-declarations, that's possible. You can take the self-declaration from all students. What is their comorbidities earlier, any high-end surgery, family member COVID working or something else. You can ask anyone else they had the COVID in parents or grandparents at all. Got my point, Bob?
Yeah, sir, thank you so much. Again, the thing is, there are certain initiatives that was taken by the government of West Bengal when the lockdown initially was declared, like the hospital on wheels and other things. So we are yet to get any kind of updates on all these initiatives in a proper structured manner. That is, can you please enlighten to some extent about the initiatives that government are taking for common usage, maybe online or maybe offline or physical, where the students can get, students or staff or faculty members can get direct advisory or contact a doctor, or maybe use this kind of mobile hospital facilities?
Initially, in the first phase of the pandemic, there is a good number of online numbers from the government level. Right now, it is not on vogue. You have to arrange at your own. What I have told you, keep one doctor from your university, at least one doctor who can guide you in case of an emergency. That is my advice. If you depend on the government, I think you cannot get in time properly, because you are responsible for your student end of the day. Not only the student, also the faculty and non-faculty members also, they can get any advice from your doctor. Keep someone else online arrangement. That will be help for you.
Yes, sir. We already
and the government notifications since the beginning, thousands of notifications and notifications after notification. Right now, there is not such real notification I can share with you for the faculty, for the teaching institute. All are related to the health delivery system, not as such in a new normal opening or like this. And when mall opens, so far I have got the Calcutta corporations or West Bengal Health notifications. That's also not as such. Only the precaution and sanitization, distance, and temperature checkings. These are the small things. 50% opening capacity, 50% of the capacity they have allowed initially. So these are the small things what we have already known to us.
Sir, we already have taken the service of one regular doctor on campus, so that the students and faculty members can take the benefit.
Sufficient.
Okay. Any more
self-dictation from the faculty, non-faculty, and the student, their problems, their history, and COVID, non-COVID history also, and their family or extended family also.
Yeah, that's a very good idea. So definitely we can think of that. And apart from that, maybe the 2 vaccination certificates can also be, taken.
Yes. They self-declaration, they'll give the self-declaration. I am vaccinated, single vaccinated, double vaccinated. I am asthma patient. I am liver transplant patient. Whatever may be I have gone through a big surgery in the last 2 years. Or my parents or the extended family members are having the COVID positive. You can note 10-20 points and take the self-declaration from the student. Then you can identify who are the little bit prone to. Your doctor can guide.
Sir, what should be the ideal frequency of sanitizing the entire university facility on a daily basis?
I don't think it's more than once in a day, only once in a day, that's all.
So at the end of the day, once in a day.
Yes. It is required only because they are coming from outside. You all will come from the outside. That's why it's required regular basis.
Okay, fine. Dr. Maiti, is there, because sir, let me tell you that most of our students are watching you over a YouTube channel of JIS University. So there are hundreds of students. So if there is any specific query on the YouTube?
There is a query. There is a query in the YouTube that if a student are having a kidney problem or having a heart problem, what they will do, because they will have to take the safety measurements, they will have to take the utmost care, and during this time it is how it is possible to them to get into the situation, or rather what is your advice in this regard?
As such, who are already in the comorbidities like these sorts of disease, they are definitely under treatment. And you told that you have the faculty inside the campus. Just keep in a touch, keep a note of the students having these sorts of problems with them, and take a note every day if they are facing any problem. So you must consult with your doctor regularly available. I think any special thing you cannot do, because definitely they have their own doctor. If somebody is facing the kidney problem, they definitely have a kidney doctor. So any general doctor or you cannot help as such. So you can advise only, keep in touch with your doctor where you are getting treatment, and or heart disease. So they have the specialist. So you can advise who are the comorbidities having earlier you are under some specialist doctor and treatment under some specialist doctor. Keep in touch so that new normal situation you cannot face all of a sudden any problem. You can advise them.
Right, sir. One more question is coming from the YouTube live. Many of the students are there in the YouTube live, that they're asking that is there any SOS or is there any particular medicine which we can fire from, if the student has got affected for COVID. So is there any SOS or a kind of treatment will be there from the hospital, so that we can get in touch with the hospital and hospital can able to take the measure just in time?
Possible. Now started cocktail vaccination, cocktail injection is started, but it does not mean that they have to audit in that level. Possibilities is there, but what I like to say, unnecessary panic is not required so far. And this time, COVID is very poor. Nothing is happening. Initially, 80% patient was in the critical care, 20% was the normal bed. Now, if at all we have the 20 patients, only 2 patients in the critical care, rest of them normal under observation. Everybody mobility is very less. Only the comorbidities patients are facing problem. So far, I understand. Don't be panic. Just keep on watch what the problem you are facing and share with your doctor and the doctor they are getting the treatment on regular basis.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, one more question in the chat box from Dr. Sujashika Das. Sir, can the non-vaccinated people have any medicines as prophylaxis?
Not exactly what I have heard about and conclusion yet to come. Not as such.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any other questions anybody have? We are having the YouTube live streaming. The students are watching in the YouTube live. So students, if you are having any queries, please put it in the YouTube chat box so that we can convey this message to Mr. SS Day, who is there with us and who is continuously guiding us throughout the entire session. So is there anybody from the Zoom link also, from our faculty members, from our staffs? If you are having any specific question, please put it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask Dr. Day right now.
Professor Maiti,
Yes,
Professor
sir.
Maiti,
Yes, sir, please.
it's not a question or this is a submission that, or a suggestion that you have to prepare a questionnaire. Each student will give the answer that as an undertaking, or the answer to that, whether anybody in the family was infected,
Right, sir.
or he is having some disease, or what we are discussing is kidney disease or heart disease, like that. So that
Right.
will be helpful, I think.
Right, sir. Right, sir. We have already taken this point.
Self-declaration. What I told you, self-declaration is very important.
That is very important.
Very
Right,
important.
sir. Right, sir. So I think
Sir,
register section has taken this particular
Yes,
note.
we have, and sir, Mr. Day, this is a direct, question to you because we need your guidance here because we have to open the hostels. So, and for the catering services, what should be the, precautionary measures to be taken?
Hopefully, the service people will be the adult, and please check they got the double vaccine or not. If not yet done, immediately ask the vendor to start the vaccination on or give the manpower who has already vaccinated. And same precaution they have to take. They have to take the precautions of the hand wash. They have to take the precaution of the masks, and they have the precaution of the history, any fever, anything else, any sorts of symptoms that we heard about. Fever, cough, cold, stomach upset, or body ache, you have to discontinue them. It is the vendor responsibility to bring the fit or vaccinated people over there.
Sir, actually, the problem is that we don't have a vendor. We run the canteen services on our side.
Then you are the vendor.
Yes, we are. Yes, exactly. That is what it is. Our primary concern.
Yes. We don't have the vendor. We have the also the security people. We have the F&B. We have the housekeeping. So you can say group D level. A good number of people are GDA level. Good number of general attendance level people in the hospital. So we are taken care of. So you have to also keep measurement for them.
Okay, and sir, any particular precautionary measures because the library facilities are one of the major facilities of the university. So any particular, because social distancing and wearing mask, and because we already are following the no mask, no class, this norm.
Yes.
But
rather we can say, Mr. Majumdar, wear mask, do the class.
No, library, 50%, first you keep 50% library. In my student life, I can remember, I require library. I am asking my friends, let's go to library, because I require the library support. So I am calling my friend. So please make it the 50% library. Only the student need the library, allow the library. It is the habit of the student to take the friends in the library.
Right.
Right.
That's the right decision.
Any other questions? Any other questions anybody have, the participants and from the YouTube channel?
Mr. Maiti, Mr. Majumdar, thank you so far. I understand. So if at all you have the question later on also,
sure,
so
sir.
And if at all any very deep level of clinicals, I'll send the answer in due time. So nothing to be worried. Hopefully you'll enjoy the new what I like to say
academic session,
and nobody will face any problem. Everybody will enjoy the session, and through these small hurdle we have to cross the situation. We have to go through. Nothing.
Thank you
we
so
have
much.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for your support and for your encouragement. That was Mr. S.S. Zay from AMRI Hospital. He is one of the leading man in today's, means one of the eminent speakers for today's workshop. So it's over to Mr. Majumdar. So we are having an open forum discussion with all the HODs and all the faculty members to raise their points, or rather we can discuss about this particular issues where we can come out with a complete or concrete solution, whatever you say. As Mr. Day has quite suggested one point, that was the self-declaration. That is very important, and that one is very pertinent also. So the forum is open for all for the departmental discussion and the concluding remarks. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us for a long time. I really appreciate your concern. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So with this, we are starting with the departmental discussion forum. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I now declare this conclave open for the HOD and faculty and staff members to discuss, deliberate, and ideate different nuances and issues that might crop up during the coming few weeks' time, because we'll also be, starting our journey in this new normal very soon. So it is kind of an open discussion forum where everybody is welcome to put their opinion or any issues that we have missed out so far, or any new ideas. You are always welcome. That we are eager to incorporate all of them in the system to ensure the maximum protection for all. And I request Dr. Suman Lahiri sir to please coordinate this session and make the concluding remarks before we part for the day. So it's over to Dr. Suman Lahiri sir.
Sorry, can I before that have a query with you?
Sure, sir.
Yes.
Sure.
Please.
Mr. Majumdar. See,
Please, sir.
When we are expecting the students to come for their classes, I'm not sure as yet that what classroom has been allotted to us, because I know that Atonu Kotal committee and the Vice Chancellor sir, they allocate some room for different departments, but I was told other day that there is no such room allotted to the agriculture department. So I want to be confirmed with Mr. Majumdar.
Sir, that has already been earmarked for the School of Agriculture. So you'll be requiring the number of classrooms, and we'll be giving you a written confirmation on them, maybe today or latest by Monday, so that the same can be circulated to all students. And definitely, we have made all the provisions to run the academic process in the university successfully and seamlessly. So don't worry about all these things, sir. I will take the question offline with you with a short discussion, and I will appraise all the provisions done so far. So it will be in place.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
Dr. Maiti, whether students are listening or
yeah, that's the main thing. So I would like to invite Professor Maji to the YouTube channel, because our eminent guest has already left the meeting. So let us not to channelize in YouTube. It is our internal discussion and the internal matter. So let's stop the YouTube. Thank you so much, dear students, for watching us in YouTube Live. Do stay with us. Take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye-bye.